organizing her movement.
She's a small-footed UGR baby who had meconium staining and was little flat at birth and has an infection right now. She's recovering from the infection beautifully. That's the background.
So I'm just in right now, just to check to see how her rotation is.
Lakshmi Bhat.
Foot, knee, the pelvis. So you can see how the pelvis really isn't responding all that great. Coming into her hand. Yeah. And her elbow.
As she's doing, you can try on the baby's face.
And you can see too that just even the chest cavity. So I'm going to go down and again, just a quick assessment, just so I can feel. Lots of times the left side is more affected, as you know, especially when they have the complications in utero. Her pelvis on this side actually is quite nice, but the knee is not. But you can see how immediately this will stimulate them into movement. But even more so with her though, I'm just going to look at her head. This is where a lot of the torticollis and everything can come in. So her head's very heavy on this side. But I'm just now going to come in. Now I'll just start and just feel her head and with her breathing. This is like touching butter without leaving a fingerprint. It's a very, very gentle stimulation, but as you can see how I'm initiating just the sequencing of the chest cavity. Just allowing for her system to develop and in a sense get stronger because she has the movements to do with it. But this eventually is a crawl, you know, these kind of little movements in her chest cavity into her pelvis. Coming in, you could already see how the pelvis is starting to go so much more. You can see here just wagging her little tailbone.
Yes.
A baby only learns when they respond to stimulus, and if they can't respond because they can't move or their hands are tied up, you're here to save her life, I understand this, but then the brain's going to learn that it can't respond to stimulus like it should. And see how I use her body, her own comfort? I'm not stretching her in any way. I'm keeping her within her system. I'm just working on her movements. Just even this little press. This is a pre-stand. But already you can see how she's just responding to my touch better. Even this, her skin on her legs looks a little bit more tonus since we started. The counterbalance, the counter rotation of the foot. She's actually pushing me with a little bit more strength right now.
So this is different from the massage therapy that people are talking about and they used to do that.
I'm
That's on
looking
the
for
skin level.
functional movement. I'm looking, she only learns by responding to stimuli. So if I touch her in a way that's purposeful, then her neural pathways start to develop. If she's just laying there and her only quote stimuli is environmental and not purposeful, she's learning a completely different way of formatting the brain.
Right. Hi, this is Dr. Shanti.
Hi, how are you? Good morning. I just shake your hands.
No, it's
but-
okay, it's okay. It's gonna tell you.
This is like movement therapy is what she's doing. How we do the movements of it.
consider tonus even in the legs and feet? How just with the circulatory and
Michelle, why is her head, she's not stimulating her head?
yeah, I'm getting there. I wanted to move her spine and her chest a bit more. There she is. See?
So according to that, they're responding to the baby needs. She's basically
I have found that all
stimulating
children with special needs have issues with rotation.
Okay.
I believe that you're meant to have a vaginal birth. That vaginal birth, that rotation changes the brain from it creating a body into learning from its environment. And when that gets traumatized for whatever reason, then the system is almost confused of where it's at. So it doesn't matter, cerebral palsy, autism, Down syndrome, they all have issues with movement with rotation. Why can't an autistic kid point? Because they can't turn their finger. Cerebral palsy, the contractions, but again, the issues with rotation. Same
So
with
the
neurological.
rotation at birth, you're saying?
Yes, I believe that that's the first point in development with that, is that's what stimulates from creating a body in the fetal position into now learning from its environment. And for whatever reason, if the rotation gets traumatized, even a low birth weight baby that's naturally delivered is not going to have the same experience per se.
This is one such.
This is
Right.
1.7.
This is one such.
Right.
Mm.
There
That
she goes.
coordination,
Now she's
see
holding
the
her head.
coordination.
Right.
Now she's
You cannot.
The message system is
Right.
what she's saying.
So I realized I naturally touch with rotation because my son was special needs. Look at already the difference just in her again, just in her tonus and her response. See her spine, this is a pre-crawl. See, just a natural. But it's a nice purposeful touch, like I said, that connects the parent more so with the doctor. They'll be more aware of the child, that they can, any concerns, instead of saying, I think something's wrong with my baby, they can say, I'm trying to move this leg and it's nice, but this leg is, say, stiff, or they have more of a vocabulary to help you out and work with you. And now I'm gonna come over and just not mess with the IV, but just to stimulate the area around it. But this rotation gives a person, whether you or the baby, instant strength. There she goes. You cannot get off of bed without rotation. It's just that simple. But till now, there's been no way of assessing babies for short and long-term concerns. Only the APGAR, only for the medical, for that communication for you, and that's what everyone's here for, is to save her life. But I didn't know, I was looking with my own son of years of therapy, and not that I'm looking for special needs, it's not about the diagnosis, it's just catching it and enhancing it, just like this in a couple of seconds versus waiting 3 to 4 months and then.
I don't know. So you're able to, by doing that, you're able to feel the stiffness or whatever's happening in whichever area, are you?
Have some kind of a prediction.
So her book, she's got a book,
Yes.
so when you go
Yeah,
through that,
leave
you
it,
understand.
well, no, we'll leave it with you and stuff, so you can.
Right.
But see, already she can get a decent acceleration.
The Newborn Movement Assessment Guide is available at Amazon.com and at the newbornmovementassessment.com website.
By joining this exciting community, you will learn how to help infants from the moment that they enter the world and change the lives of countless children and families. Out of necessity to help her globally delayed child, Michelle Turner, Movement Integration Specialist, created Movement Lesson to benefit children throughout the world.